Hello. Ủa sao không nghe gì vậy ta?
Chị
Ồ,
đã đây.
hello.
Nó có bị ra lâu ngoài ấy. Trời ơi điên luôn. Nghe đâu?
Hả?
Em nghe được chị nói không?
Không.
Đợi tí.
Ủa không em nghe mà, em nghe mà. Em nghe
Thế
mới trả lời được chứ.
thế đợi tí. Kéo cái ra. Như là bị sáng quá không?
Hello.
Ờ,
How
nó bị
are you?
nói.
Mhm.
How was your holiday?
I stayed at home. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. Like I just went out to eat at a restaurant for once, and
Ừ.
that's all. Or I would I remember. I went to sleep.
Sleep sleep all day.
No, not exactly. I have work to do. I had to help my mom with her jobs and stuff. So, it's like not having to teach for a few days. That's all. Like, I'm not really have that much time to do anything.
Ừ.
Just stayed at home. Yeah. So, how was yours? How was your holiday?
Đấy.
Your holiday?
No, my holiday was finished finished from was finished was finished Friday of the last week.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot. You live in Japan, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Oh,
I came back to Japan Monday this week.
oh,
Uh,
oh,
and I came back to the job yesterday.
oh. That's why. So I
Mm.
was like, because our holiday started from Friday to Monday, to the end of
Yes.
Monday. Yeah,
Yeah.
we started to work again yesterday, like Tuesday. It was like, oh, okay. Wow, you look stunning today. Really like your makeup today. It's like very much like light, some light makeup, not so heavy, you know? And I like your hair today.
I cut my hair. I cut my
Yeah, a
hair.
little bit shorter.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, w- when we have the bangs, did you know that they call this the fringe? They don't call this bangs. They call this fringe in Australia and British.
Mhm.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, your fringe." They don't call it your bangs. They call it your fringe. Like, yeah, and then like, oh, but like I just washed my hair like just yesterday, and like next day my bangs is greasy, like it's full of oil. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, yes. Look,
yeah.
oil. Me too.
I
I
mean,
also.
yeah, it's like I don't understand. It's like
Yeah,
the back hair, it's fine. Everything is perfectly fine. Like the back hair
yeah,
is even
yes.
so good, but like the bangs is the problem. Like maybe people would look at your bangs and be like, "Oh, you're so dirty. You haven't washed your hair in days or something." It's like I just watched it like yesterday and it looks like this. I don't
Yeah.
understand. I mean, like the back hair, it's so amazing, it's so fluffy, it gives the volumes and stuff, but like bro, like the front hair is just ill.
Yeah,
So it's like a very big of a problem to us. So I had to buy a lot of dry shampoo just to like spray it
yeah, yeah.
immediately. Yeah, the problem of
Yes.
our life, honestly.
It's the
Okay.
reason why now I don't I don't use my
Oh, oh
pen.
my God. I want to, but I like because my forehead it's kind of like huge. So I was like, I don't want to have bangs. It's like it's so much like inconvenience, but I just like I cannot do anything that I'm like, look, oh my God. Imagine, imagine if I don't have any bangs. Ew. So I gotta stick to the bangs. Like I wish that my forehead was like somewhere at here. Yeah, like my friend's forehead, they were just like here, and this
Yeah,
is like the hair. But
yeah,
to
yeah.
me, it's like, oh my God, a full forehead. It's like this. I think that we kind of
Why?
look
Why?
similar. We kind of look familiar, like similar, like our foreheads is kind of like huge. Okay, that was fun. So this is lesson four, and it goes to discuss how culture changes over time. Okay, so before we read, we have this apply prior knowledge. So in what ways do you think table manners have changed since the day your grandparents were children?
Mm,
In what ways do you think that table manners have changed since the day your grandparents were children? Thời ông bà của mình thì cái thói quen ăn trên bàn thì nó như thế nào chị? Nghĩ là nó đã thay đổi như thế nào?
khó không nhỉ? Tôi nhớ.
Hả? Là sao chị? What?
I I think some uh, the table manners was changed. Uh, was changed. I I I I remember when I were children.
Mhm.
Uh, my grandparents mm, sit sit on the no, not sit on the floor, not the chair, not and they ate they they ate and I think Vietnamese Vietnamese talking when uh, Vietnamese were talking when they they were they eat they were eating.
Vietnamese people talk when they eat. Uh-huh.
Mm,
Talk
mm.
when they eat. Okay.
But now when they but now it is different. Uh, we don't talk when they eat. When we eat,
Really?
I think so. I think
Because
so.
my parents still talk when they eat. Like it's just like they have so much to talk. They're just like talk when they eat too. It's like, oh, so how about your day? It was like, oh, today was like blah blah blah, something like that, you
Uh,
know?
talk they when they eat, but they don't talk when they chew.
Oh, yeah, it's like a mouth full of food. They wouldn't speak when they are having food in their mouth, and they would talk when they have already finished like swallowing, right?
Yes.
Okay, that I understand. What else?
And and different, not different.
It's like we don't chill, and I think that it has changed. Like people would chew with their mouth closed, you know, they would chew with
Mhm.
their mouth closed. But like,
Yes.
I think that back then, our grandparents would like eat like this, like they would have their mouth open when they're when they're chewing. So it's looks just not exactly so polite, you know. Like for me, I have practiced to like chew with a if with a closed mouth, you know, like I would just like this. I wouldn't be like this. It would be so weird.
Yes.
And
No.
yeah, or like for big families, they would avoid their kids to use their phones while they are eating at a table with
Yes.
everybody else. It's like so back then there was no phone. There was no phone. So this problem does not exist, but it is right now. So it is a big change. Okay, or like remember to no, the napkin is just too much. Um how to
And
say? It's like eat with graceful. I don't know. I think that I don't know. It's like there was a lot of like table manners have changed since the
Ah,
day.
I think our grandparents usually usually used their hand to bring the food.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now
We
we
use
use the
chopsticks.
chopstick.
Yeah, we use chopsticks. Like it'll be much hygienic. Like nobody is gonna use their hands like, hey, eat this, and it's like it will be so weird, right? So they should use their chopsticks. Okay, very good. So we have this reading one. All right, so we're gonna listen to it. Or and then we're gonna try to practice this conversation. I'll be the global culture, you be Hartley. Okay, now we'll listen to it first. Oh, oh my God, it has a problem. I cannot open it. Okay.
Again,
I don't know why. Maybe it's been a few days. That's why it happens like that. Okay. Anyways, today, Global Culture is interviewing Eugenia Hartley of Jackson, Mississippi, in the U.S. about changes to culture. Miss Hartley, culture has changed a bit since you were growing up in the 40s, hasn't it? Oh, definitely. And maybe more so for me than for others because Jackson is in the South, which was pretty socially conservative when I was a young girl. Please tell us about some of the changes you have personally experienced. My heavens. Well, the new South is so different from the old South in a lot of good ways, as everyone knows, but since you asked me personally, it would probably be dating customs, the way young people talk to their elders, table manners, etc. Okay, so how have those things changed? Well, for example, when I was growing up, the family dinner hour was the one time in the day when the family sat down together, and it was a special time. Today, that's changed. In many families, there's no dinner hour. Kids eat snacks or fast food all day. Moms are out in the workforce and don't have time to make a proper meal. And there are so many activities that it seems like no one has time. In my day, children were more respectful and quiet at the table. We spoke when we were spoken to. We didn't put our elbows on the table, and we dressed nicely. No one came to the dinner table in shorts or jeans in the way they do today. That is different, isn't it? You mentioned dating. How has that changed? Well, today I see boys and girls on dates at the mall. They can't be more than 12 or 13 years old. I wasn't allowed to go out on a proper date until I was 16. And when I was allowed to date, my parents didn't let me go out with a boy that they hadn't really they hadn't already met. Oh, and I had a definite uh definite curfew. I had to be home by 11. If I came in late, I was grounded for at least a month. It was a little different for my brother, though. I guess there was a bit of a double standard. He could go out on dates when he was 16, but his curfew wasn't as strict as mine. He was allowed to stay out until midnight. And you mentioned the way people address their elders. How has that changed? Well, today you hear teens, even children calling adults by their first name. We had to address adults as sir or ma'am, and we always used Mr. and Mrs. I suppose that sounds a little old-fashioned today, doesn't it? Maybe so. Thanks so much, Miss Hartley, for an interesting interview. So this is the Mississippi in the southern U.S. and this is Eugenia Hartley. Okay, so now we'll try to read it. You will be Miss Hartley and I'll be Global Culture. You ready?
yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh,
oh, did,
today?
um,
Okay. Sorry.
sorry.
Today, Global Culture is interviewing Eugenia Hartley of Jackson, Mississippi in the US about changes to culture. Miss Hartley, culture has changed a bit since you were growing up in the 40s, hasn't it?
Oh,
Definitely.
definitely,
Definitely.
definitely, definitely, and maybe more. So for me than for others, because Jackson is in the South, which was pretty socially conservative. when I was a young girl.
Please tell us about some of the changes you have personally experienced.
My heavens, well, the new South is so different from the old South in a lot of good ways, as everyone knows. But since you ask me personally, it would probably be dating customs. The way young people talk to their elders, table manners.
Okay, how have those things changed?
Well, for example, when I was growing up, the family dinner hours was the one time in the day when the family sat down together and it was a special time. Today, that's changed. In many familiar
Families.
families, families, there is no dinner hour. Kids eat snacks or fast food all day. Moms are out in the workforce and don't have the time to make a proper meal. And there are so many activities that seems like no one has time. In my day, children were more respect, respectful and quiet at the table. We spoke when we were spoke to. We didn't put our elbows on the table and we dressed nicely. No one came to the dinner table in shorts or jeans the way they do today.
That is different, isn't it? You mentioned dating. How has that changed?
Well, today I see boys and girls on dates at the mall. They can't be more than 12 or 13 years old. I wasn't allowed to go out on a proper day until I was sitting. And when I finally was allowed today, my parents didn't let me go out with a boy they hadn't already met. Oh, I had a definite, defined, definite,
Definite. Definite
definite,
curfew.
definite curfew. I had to be home by 12, 11 by 11. If I came in late, I was around for, for at least a month. It was little different from my brother, though. I guess there was a bit of a double standard. He could he could go out on days when he was sitting, but his curfew wasn't as strict as mine. He was allowed to stay out until midnight.
And you mentioned the way young people address their elders. How has that changed?
Today you hear teens, even children, calling adults by their first names. We had to address adults as sir or mom, and we always used meet and miss. I suppose that sounds a little old-fashioned today, doesn't it?
Um, Maybe so. Thank you, Miss Hartley, for an interesting interview. So, here, ở đây mình có cho em là would,
It would,
it would,
it would,
family,
family,
family.
family, the family,
Mình sẽ không đọc hẳn ra là ba âm là family, family. This is my family, family. Hai âm cho em thôi.
family, family,
Family,
family,
family. Nó chỉ đọc là
family,
family,
mm,
family.
family,
Nó sẽ không đọc là family mà là
mm,
family, family. Hai âm cho em thôi. Family, family,
family,
family,
family,
family.
family,
Dạ, không đọc là family. không đọc ba âm mà là family.
Family.
Family. And this one, đây là ed đứng sau cái âm ch. Đây là cái âm ch, cái từ change là cái âm này nè chị. Vậy thì ed đứng sau âm này mình sẽ đọc là chữ T. Vậy nó sẽ là changed. Changed.
Changed.
Rồi, families. Families.
Families.
This one, workforce. Force.
Workforce.
Mình sẽ không đọc là force. Nó không phải là chữ O hay là O. Workforce.
Workforce.
This one, spoken. Spoken.
Spoken. Spoken.
This one, shorts.
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 This one is dates. Không đọc là dates
Dates.
mà là dates. Dates. Cái này
Dates.
là 16.
16.
16.
16.
This one is allowed. Allowed.
Allowed.
This one, definite.
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 This one is grounded. Rồi, bây giờ cái từ này là ground. À không, nó là một cái từ cái cụm nguyên mẫu đó luôn. Grounded. Grounded nghĩa là bị cấm túc á chị, không được ra ngoài chơi á. Grounded. And this one, 16 again. 16.
16.
This one is ma'am. Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Sir or ma'am. Ma'am. Okay. Okay. So now, how old do you estimate Miss Hartley to be today? How old do you estimate Miss Hartley to be today? This woman. How old?
No information.
It's like, okay, so in the 40s. Bà này bả sinh ra từ những năm 40.
40 đúng không?
Những năm 40, 1940. Vậy nếu như 1940 thì bây giờ có thể là 60, 8 mấy á. Tại vì coi như là giờ năm 40 đi, từ năm 40 đến năm 2000, 1940 đến 2000 là 60 năm rồi. Thêm 23 năm nữa là 83. Thì bà này em nghĩ là có lẽ là gần 90, maybe. Maybe she's around 90 years old.
Under 90.
Under 90, yeah. Okay. Does Miss Hartley prefer the culture of the past or the culture of the present?
Does Miss Hartley prefer?
Does Miss Hartley prefer the culture of the past or the culture of the present? Which one do you think she prefer? Thích đó là
I understand the question, but finding the information.
Oh, I think that is when at the end of like it's like how to say about the opinion.
She prefer the culture of the past.
Yeah, she preferred the culture of the past more than the culture of the present. And what is Miss Hartley's opinion on the change in the role of mother?
The role of mother. She's in she's opinion, the role of the mother. Today's mother don't have enough time to cook for the children. Because they always busy with the work
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay. So it's like she thinks that mother's supposed to have time to make a proper meal and let their kids eat like the meals that the mother made more than eating like fast foods or snacks. And she really think that if the mother is not at home, the house is not a house. Okay? And does Miss Hartley approve of the differences in child and teen behavior that has taken place? What do you think?
I think no, she don't approve the
No, she didn't. She was like, she's like, oh, back then the kids calling me ma'am, the kids calling me my husband, Mister or Sir, but now they just call us by our first name. So for the dinner table, she points out that mothers are too busy. I think that she's talking about double standard when in fact she's like asking like a woman to make to make meals in the family. I mean, like, how about the husband? Can't the husband make any meals? That is double standard, but she doesn't see that. Okay, so about the mother, she wanted uh families to have like a dinner hour. People could sit down and stuff. And for like the dating customs, they want like them to be 17 and 18 so that they could date whatever they like. Okay, and about like the way that the young people addresses the eldest people, it's like they're gonna say their first name, which is very much disrespectful. So they should say Mr. or Mrs. or Sir or Ma'am, right? Hello.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So next one. Now, understand from context. Find and underline each of the following words in the reading, then use your understanding of the words to write definition. Mình sẽ có những từ như là elders, workforce, dating, curfew, and grounded. And bây giờ mình sẽ viết một author writing. Mình sẽ viết cái ý nghĩa
Là
của nó.
ý nghĩa elder, ý nghĩa elder
Elders? What is elders?
người già.
Okay. So how about them?
Elders elders are the older, the
Okay, elders is the people who are like in their 50s or 60s or like 70s or so on. Now, how
from
about workforce?
workforce. Workforce is uh, workforce is is working working
What is it?
working là lượng công việc.
Mm,
The
it's
same
like a group of people who work in a company. It's like let's see. Workforce kiểu rất là bận đối với các cái
workload.
force. Let me see.
It's the same mean with the workload.
Mm, yeah, sounds kind of like the same. Oh, and how about dating? What is the definition of dating? What is the definition of dating? What? Chơi. Hello.
Màn hình của em nó bị đứng, nó đơ,
Bên
nó quay
em,
quay quay.
bên em thì thấy chị bị đứng, bên em thấy chị bị đơ.
À, bên chị gọi mãi cũng không thấy.
Gì kỳ vậy trời? Okay.
Okay.
So, what is
Dating,
dating? What is dating?
dating met, no, meet between two people.
It's a meeting between two people, and what do they talk in the day in the when they date?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. It's like it's like a meeting to get to know the person that you're interested in, you know. Okay, how about the curfew? What is
Okay.
curfew?
I don't know. À, curfew,
Là cái
curfew
giờ
is
mà
limit
chị phải
time,
về nhà đúng không
limit
chị?
time,
Gọi là tiếng Việt là gì
uh,
quên mất tiêu ta? Giờ giới
limit
nghiêm.
time,
Giờ giới nghiêm nghĩa là phải đúng cái
limit
giờ.
time.
Chị cứ limit time, limit time.
To come back to the home.
It's like it's for teenagers, okay? When they are
Uh,
young and their parents are very much worried about them, they're gonna have a curfew that, okay, like for example, 9 p.m. You have to be home before 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. How about grounded?
cannot do cannot do something as people want.
Okay, cannot do something as a result of bad manners. So you got punished, nghĩa là cũng gọi là bị phạt yeah. So we have this one. Oh, I cannot edit. I cannot open it too. Okay, so let's frame your ideas. Let's think about how culture has changed since your parents or grandparents were your age. If necessary, ask your parents or grandparents for information. Complete the survey. Okay, this is the culture survey. Okay, so are you a dinosaur or a chameleon? Okay, so we have this culture table manners. What do you think? Do you think it's like they has changed a lot or a little?
Change a lot.
So is the change for the better?
Yes,
Okay. Music taste
have changed a lot.
change a lot, and is the change for the better?
No.
No?
À,
Okay.
50-50, half and half.
Không có cái nút half and half.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I think
Dating,
no.
dating customs. Văn hóa hẹn hò.
Have changed a lot.
And is the change for the better?
Yes.
To me, I think it's no. It's like I've seen so many like awful guys. Now, clothing customs,
Exactly, have changed a lot.
and it is a change for the better, right? Okay.
Yes,
Rules about formal behavior.
have changed a lot.
Okay, and is the change for the better?
No,
Okay. Pump your rules about punctuality.
sure là cái gì nhỉ? Quên rồi.
Cái sự đúng giờ á chị.
À,
Quy định về cái sự đúng giờ. Rules about punctuality.
change a little.
is change a little, and
Yes.
is the change for the better?
Yes.
Okay. And forms of address
So change a little.
change a little bit.
Yes.
And is it a good change or a bad change?
Yes. Uh,
Forms of address. Ủa, em thích vô hồi nào vậy trời? Chưa có kịp em không nhớ mình có nói forms of address luôn. Cách để mà mình kiểu mình gọi người khác á,
Rồi.
kiểu như là ví dụ như là thay vì là ví dụ hồi xưa thì hay gọi là ma'am, sir, good morning sir. Bây giờ kiểu mình gọi tên như luôn. Good morning Hoàng Anh kiểu vậy á chị. So
Mm,
has it changed a lot or a little?
little.
You think a little bit? So is the
Little.
change for the better?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And males, female roles in the workplace.
Haven't changed a lot.
Okay, so is the change for the better?
Yes.
Okay. Male, female roles in in the home.
Changed a lot and yes.
Okay. So the total yes answers is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight. So they said that are you a dinosaur or a chameleon? How many times did you check yes in the third column? 0 to 3, definitely a dinosaur. You prefer to stick with tradition. Your motto, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. 4 to 6, a little of both. You're willing to adapt to change, but not too fast. Your motto, easy does it. And from 7 to 9, definitely a chameleon. You adapt to change easily. Your motto, out with the old, in with the new. So you are a chameleon.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so the
think
pair
so.
work is to compare and discuss your answers. Provide specific examples of changes for each answer. Use the past perfect if you can. Okay, so I think clothing customs have changed, have become less modest. My mother wore a uniform to school, but by the time I started school, girls had stopped wearing them. Now girls can go into school in jeans and even shorts. Kệ người ta chứ, để chi vậy trời. So,
Uniform.
so, okay, let's discuss about table manners. What do you think?
Manner.
Table manner? What do you think? Think it's good changes? Why? Why is it a good change?
Um, I think we today we see we receive many many information from global um,
The global news. Global news.
global news and we can choose the good thing for the table manners and and I think it's the reason why table manners have changed a lot.
Okay.
Yes, in the past we eat we only we only eat and don't care about many things when we eat or choose.
Mhm.
But now, when we eat, we always be careful. Oh, I am make noisy when I choose. I am I make noise and make noise for to the other people
Mhm.
who eat who eat who eat together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's good when table manners change.
It's like yeah. Okay, you have to be more polite, more thoughtful,
Mm-hmm.
more than when you were little. It's like you have to, they say that the way you eat will show who you really are. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so you have to have like the best kind of like behave. You have to be in your best behave when you're eating. Okay? Okay. How
Ah,
about
I have a sharing about table manners.
mhm.
Uh, I spend time for the holiday. No, uh, for summer vacation. At Phú Quốc,
Mhm.
I booked an expensive hotel, and when I ate, I take breakfast. I saw many people when they eat, and I I I don't I don't uh, I don't know why the woman uh, who is beautiful tượng trưng cho cái đẹp à? Cái phụ nữ
Uh
tượng trưng cho cái đẹp.
reference for beauty.
Yes, but when they eat, they show many bad habit when
Uh-huh.
they eat and they
Oh,
and choose.
ew.
Although I think I I think in I usually usually use hotel, and in an expensive hotel I always see a good manner. People have a good manner when they chew when they eat, but at that time I saw the bad manners. I saw many people have had a bad manner.
I think that that is a weird. I mean, like you could have okay, maybe you could have some bad manners at home, but when you go out in some expensive places like 5 stars hotels or expensive restaurants, it should be like watered down. Like you shouldn't behave like that, right?
Yes,
Yeah. How about dating customs?
dating
Dating
custom.
customs. I think that it changes a lot. Like back then, our grandparents, they just gonna meet your grandparents and they're gonna be like, okay, let's get married. And then like they got married and they have kids and they lived until they're like die together. But in this society right now, it's so hard to find a man that is just like nice to you. I mean, like, I saw this video very much funny. I'm gonna show it to you. It's like about this life right now, and people were like, if I ever date again, I'm gonna make him sign some contract. It's like this. I'm actually gonna have you sign just a few. It's like you don't mind, I'm actually gonna have you sign just a few contracts just to make sure we're on the same page moving forward. So this first one is an NDA. This one just says that if we break up, you didn't know me and I didn't know you, okay? We never talked. And if you tell people that we did, I will sue you for defamation of character. Please sign handprints on the dotted line. Amazing. This next one is just saying that if you cheat on me, I do have legal permission to kill you, okay? Super self-explanatory, not even gonna get into it. Just sign and print. Perfect. This next one is saying that you make at least $100,000 a year, okay? In this economy, it is. It's like what he said was like, oh, if we ever break up, you don't have the rights to tell others that we talked. Just pretend that we never talked. Like to keep the information is like, if you ever tell anyone that we did, I will sue you for definition of character. Nghĩa là nếu như mày dám nói với ai mà mày đã từng hẹn hò thì tao sẽ kiện mày cái tội phỉ báng phỉ bán hình ảnh cá nhân. And if you cheat on me, I will have legal permission to kill you. Nếu như mày mà dám cắm sừng tao thì tao có quyền thử mày luôn á. Thì nó kiểu như là hiện tại cái thời hiện tại này quá khó để mà có thể hẹn hò với một cái người mà kiểu đàng hoàng á chị, kiểu như ngày xưa em thấy nó rất là dễ, kiểu gặp cái là cưới xong có con xong ở luôn tới giờ, còn sau này bây giờ sao mà khó quá.
Giờ
Ê,
vì có nhiều sự lựa chọn.
quá nhiều sự lựa chọn từ những cái
Many
app hẹn
choice.
hò, những cái app hẹn hò đến online dating, và nói chung là ngày xưa mình không có được như vậy ha, thì chắc là có thể là kiểu thôi bây giờ mình mà bỏ đứa này thì mình cũng không có đứa nào khác, cái là mình ráng ở với nhau maybe. Yeah, so I think that today's dating, today's customs is like so hard. It is so hard and it changes a lot, especially thanks to social media, you know. Okay. And I forgot to ask about you. Okay, so what is your thoughts, your opinions about dating customs?
Dating custom.
Yeah.
Dating custom has changed a lot. In the past, the couple
Mhm.
um, the couple date with the simple ways,
Mhm.
and they don't have many time together. But when they met, they uses time useful, useful. But today's people, um, mm, today's people have many choice and the ways to date for dating, and they always feel it's not enough. It's not enough. We have to find the different ways to dating for dating, and we have to think many new things for dating. It's a big it's become difficult for couple when they date.
Uh-huh.
I think so.
Yeah, I really think that dating is too hard in this society. I mean, to date someone is harder to get it than to get a job, you know? Like getting a job it's easier than getting like someone that is truly loves you.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so what else do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about rules about formal behavior?
Behavior. Yes.
Okay.
Today's people behavior. Uh, ah, Today's people uh, are busy with smartphone, and
Mm-hmm.
they are controlled by 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 4.0 4.0.
Oh, 4.0. Ah,
Yes,
the technology, right?
technology, and they don't have time for the the ha- simple habit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. What else should we say? Okay, male and female roles in the home.
Ah,
What is the difference?
exactly. Uh, in the past, female always always uh, always did việc nhà luôn, không không làm việc nhà là gì.
Housework or the chores.
Housework and take care of the baby. But
Mm-hmm.
today's male help female to take care of the baby and do housework.
It's like housework. It's not only for women.
Yes.
It's for men too. It's a family that we created together. The
Mhm.
man's supposed to have the responsibility to help and to take responsible for the things in the house. They like there's a say that they were like con hư tại mẹ, cháu hư tại bà. It's like the reason why their children is having bad behavior is because of the mother and the grandmother, even though so where's the dad? I don't understand. Where's the dad? Why are people always blaming women for everything? You know? So it's like, I think that they have to change the male and female roles. I think that right now, when the young people get married, they're not gonna be like, oh, you're my wife. You're supposed to stay in the kitchen. You cannot go out. You cannot go to work. You have to stay at home and take care of the house and stuff. Like, yeah, that thing has changed. That things has changed, right? Okay. Okay. So, now let's talk about how culture has changed and include these topics in your discussion. So, which changes do you think are good and which changes are not good? Explain your reasons. Okay. So we have these changes. So, which one do you think are good?
I think clothing customs change are good
Okay.
because today's clothing uh, are fit with people,
Oh,
and we can do exercise, or uh, we we
or we can what?
we can work with a simple clothing,
Which is more
easier,
comfortable.
yes, comfortable,
Uh-huh.
and easy to wear.
Mhm. It's simple. It's simple.
Yes,
It's very
it's
much
a
simple.
simple.
Okay. And what changes are not good? What do you think?
Number five, uh, uh, rules about formal behavior are not good.
Why?
Uh, because people dependent on technologies, and people don't have a time to get communication together.
Mm-hmm.
We I think difficult to feel a
Natural.
natural things.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. So how do you think older people feel about these changes?
What do people feel about this? um, I think under 80 and 90s, uh, people uh, feel the change is not good, but 50 or 60s, older, uh, feel 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 half and half. I mean I mean sometimes they feel the change is good, but sometimes they feel it's not good. It's dependent on the things and the way, so the ways which young people appearance. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Do you think men and women differ in their feelings about culture change? If so, how? Nghĩa là bạn có nghĩ là nam phụ nữ có một cái sự khác nhau trong cái suy nghĩ về những cái cảm xúc, về những cái thay đổi trong văn hóa này không? Tại sao? Khác biệt về cảm xúc đó chị. Do you think that men and women differ in their feelings about culture changes? Why?
Phụ nữ thì sẽ cảm thấy nhạy cảm hơn,
Mm. I
nhạy
think
cảm
that
hơn.
for men, they would think that women are asking too much, especially
Mhm.
about males and females roles in workplace. Like men always got paid higher than women, even though they work in the same, like they work the same. They were at the same position, but men simply just got paid higher. And back then, there was no woman who is a CEO or something, but now there's a lot of CEO that is a woman. And I think that the men would think this is like competitive behaviors. They would think that this is a threat, like women is gonna take their throne. So I think that they would feel not so happy when they see women taking control of things. But I think that is just for shitty men. If it was like a nice man, like someone who actually understand what women went through, they would think, oh, they would feel so good because like women finally got the equality, you know. So what about you? What do you think? What about you?
Don't have idea.
It's like every time when there was like uh an anniversary or something and people are like a
Yeah,
party
yeah,
at your relative's house, and when you get there you have to help with like your aunts and your like your moms and your grandmas, you have to help them, but only the women are in the kitchen. The
yes,
men are in their living room with their foot like on another chair and like just like playing games or like do whatever they want, like they would wait until us women finish cooking to and then like we have to serve them. You have to serve the food to the table, and then they gotta be like they're gonna sit there, they're gonna wait until you finish, and then they're gonna eat. And when they finish eating, women are cleaning the dishes, washing the dishes, like cleaning the tables, clean everything. What man did nothing. Okay?
yeah.
So I really, really despise that. I really hate it. Like it's still happening at my grandmother's house, and I hate it to my bones. Like I hate it to my core. I was like, why aren't you guys helping us? Like we're all human. Why should we
Yeah,
serve
yeah.
you? I'm not a waiter. I'm not a
Mm.
waiter. I'm a teacher. Like I really hate it. So I think that for men who are adjusted to privileges, đối với những cái người á mà người ta đã quen hưởng những cái đặc quyền rồi, thì khi mà nói đến cái sự công bằng á, thì nó lại giống như là một cái sự áp bức đối với người ta vậy. Bởi vì người ta không muốn công bằng, bởi vì công bằng là họ phải làm y như mình, thì người ta cảm thấy là làm y như vậy thì người ta mệt lắm, người ta cảm thấy như là đang bị áp bức. Nhưng mà đối với những người mà người ta có suy nghĩ, người ta không có bị lệ thuộc vào các cái đặc quyền, người ta không có lạm dụng những cái đó, thì người ta lại thấy là hợp lý. Cho nên là những cái người mà đàn ông mà, kiểu, cứ ngồi đợi cho mình phục vụ á, mà tới hồi mình nói á, mà bắt làm á sẽ bực dọc chị, kiểu, "Tại sao tao phải làm vậy?" Kiểu vậy á chị.
Mà không
Yeah,
làm đâu. Bực nhưng
yeah.
mà vẫn làm là vẫn đỡ. Còn đây là vừa bực mà vừa không làm nó mới ghét.
Yeah, so I really hate it. I think that men and women, we are so much different in the feelings about the culture changes because, like, for them, it'll be like an oppression, but to us, it's like a revolution to get the freedoms and stuff. Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
À, ừm,
Do you agree to my opinion? Or do you have anything to disagree on?
à, yes, in my opinion, I when I came back to my hometown, I saw after the meal, my mom or my sister always clean the dish, wash the dishes.
Uh-huh.
Uh, my brother-in-law, my brother in eh, đúng không nhỉ?
Yeah,
My
brother-in-law.
sister, my sister's husband.
Yeah,
I mean, yes,
brother-in-law,
yes.
brother-in-law.
After the meal, he didn't clean the table or wash the dishes,
He just sat
and
there.
yes,
He just sat there,
and
like he didn't do anything.
he thinks it's okay for the man.
I
I
really hate
cannot,
that.
I couldn't accept that mind.
That mindset is
Mindset, yeah,
so weird. Like
bad
that is
mindset.
sexist. Đó là phân biệt giới tính. That is sexist. That is
Yeah,
discrimination. Phân biệt đối xử luôn.
but when my my mother came to Japan after the meal, my husband always said that, mom, don't touch the dishes. I will do it.
Aww.
And yes, uh, my mother always talk about this topic.
I
Why?
mean, you have a
Yes,
great husband. You have a great husband.
yeah, yeah.
If
He
my
thinks
husband
it's okay when he help me or my mother.
clean, I mean, that is how that is how a gentleman should behave. That is a
Mm,
gentleman. Because
yeah,
those who just gonna sit there and watch women do everything for them is
yeah,
trash. They are not. I really hate it. I really, really, really hate it. I mean, if I ever like date anyone, they have
mm-hmm.
to do as much job as I am doing. Like I wouldn't let them like treat me any less than my value. So it's like, no, you do not get to sit there. You have to stand up and help us, or you just like go away, like don't eat here anymore. Like if we eat, we have to clean it. If we eat it, you have to clean it. Yeah. So, wow, today we had a lot of talk. So we just discussed about how culture changes over time, and by this so we already finished the first unit. And so by this Wednesday, Friday, we're gonna learn about health matters. We're gonna have a little previews. Oh, I think this is gonna be very interesting. Okay, so you did a great job today. We
Thank
already
you, Felice.
discussed. Yeah, we we went to the dentist. We had a great time today. We have discussed about um the culture changes, and we also have a deeply more understanding about it. So, okay, so remember to do your homework, and I wish you have a great morning, have a great day, and I guess I'll see you this Friday. Okay, can you do that?
Friday.
Oh, can you do
Yeah.
your homework? Okay, so goodbye. I like your shirt today. I like that it has like the V-neck, the V-neck. Your shirt.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
it looks cute. Like, oh,
very
it's a
simple.
blouse. It's a blouse. It's a blouse, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
a
and then like
brown.
I like this features like these things, and like, oh my God,
Yes,
I really like it.
I
It's like
read it.
the V-neck, and then like the blouse, and like it has like I don't know, like a collar. Very cool. Okay, so goodbye and have a great day. So goodbye, G, and see you this Friday. Goodbye.
Goodbye.